Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Companies to watch.
All right, time to get into a shiny metal. Some say it's a symbol of luxury. And to help us out, we've got Dan Koh in the house.
Yeah, good morning, Ryan. Happy to see you again on yet another episode of Companies to Watch. Is it a hot or is it a not? That's the question that we have for you today. So text us 8855-0893. Okay, Ryan, how much of a gold digger are you?
Not sure. I'm not sure how to describe myself in that sense. Probably same as you.
You like sparkles?
No.
Do you consider yourself to be much of a jewelry guy?
No.
Not really?
Yeah, plain and simple. How about you?
I would think that I like it plain and simple as well, unfortunately. I don't think gold looks good on me.
Yeah. All right. Why are we talking about gold today?
Because gold miners have been grabbing headlines this year. And there is one name you might not already know, and soon will eventually, is Zijin Gold International. And the overseas gold arm of China's Zijin Mining is heading for a Hong Kong IPO later this month. That's aiming to raise more than $3 billion US.
Wow, it's really on a golden streak because
Very good.
of where I think prices are going. I've been hearing about how record prices of gold have been hit month after month, and it still continues to get momentum.
Yeah, it does seem like their future is bright for them because Zijin Gold International is considered to be the world's leading gold mining companies, formed by integrating all gold mines of Zijin Mining, except those in China. So it primarily engages in the exploration, mining, processing, smelting, refining, as well as sales of gold. Essentially, almost like a vertically integrated approach. So here's what makes it stand out. According to industry consultancy Frost and Sullivan, Zijin Gold's overseas mines delivered about 21% compound growth in output from 2022 to 2024. And that's the fastest in the world in terms of growth and enough to ranking the 11th globally by production just last year. And they're not the biggest yet, but they're growing faster than the pack. If that pace sustains, they're likely to climb the league table. And if it normalizes, the need, cost, discipline, and the new ounces to keep the story hot is likely to continue for Zijin International. So Zijin Gold may start book building for its Hong Kong IPO this Friday to gauge institutional investors' interest and aiming to raise over $3 billion. And at that size, that would mark Hong Kong's second largest listing as of this year, according to the LSEG data. And it comes after Chinese battery giant Cattle, which has raised about $4.6 billion in its offering back in May, if you remember that. So the IPO will bundle together 8 mines across South America, Central Asia, Africa, as well as Oceania. So here's the timetable to take note of. Book building kicks off on September 19th, the pricing on the 24th, and if it all goes to plan, shares start trading on September 29th in Hong Kong. What do you make of its valuation as of now?
Yeah,
Is this a good buying point?
I would be surprised if they don't price at the upper end of the range or even beyond that, because a lot of people are looking for a way to play the gold game, and gold miners have been, in some sense, lagging behind other proxies or options right now. So that's one way that I think gold investors can be looking at more closely.
That's right. As well as the fact that, Zijin Mining did say that the overseas unit's separate listing is likely to also create greater value for shareholders through a re-evaluation of its assets amid an increase in the price of gold. So here's what you're actually buying if you are looking to invest into Zijin Gold International. So their portfolio includes a diversified international set of mines under one roof outside mainland China that offers jurisdictional spread within a Chinese champion's ecosystem. Now, the deal-driven growth and the fact that Zijin has been quite acquisitive is likely to be also another bullish sentiment when it comes to the stock. The parent's production ambition, Zijin has also flagged a group target of about 100 to 110 210 tons of gold by 2028. That spin-off likely helped to surface value and fund the growth of Zijin Gold International. So analysts also did say that Zijin Mining has established a good track record with a return on equity of over 20% in the past few years amid surging gold prices, and its overseas assets are likely to be more lucrative compared to its projects in China due to higher ore quality. So, yes, it does seem like they've been doing well as well. Zijin Gold's 2024 net profit more than doubled as sales volume grew about 5.7%, while the average selling price surged about 22.8%.
Wow. Sales growing just 5.7%, but net profit more than double. There is talks to the margins.
Exactly. So yes, gold prices, it's also seeing a rise, to about 50 or over 50% over the past 5 years and nearly sixfold in the past 2 decades. So that has certainly been, helping Zijin's profits go up and the margins go up by a lot higher. So I believe, if it continues to sustain well, this might likely be a bright spot for people who might be interested to invest in gold. So after all, gold is near record highs. Spot recently printed around $3,650 to $3,675 an ounce after multiple fresh records this month. Lower real yields and central bank demand are some of the big drivers, and new issuance tied to a strong tape can likely get a friendly reception for them as well.
Yeah, more tailwinds than headwinds right now for gold.
So the bull case for gold, in case you might be interested in, well, the fact that, they're leveraging gold, that is likely to help their investment case for Zijin Gold International. The regional liquidity and the fact that, its sizable Hong Kong listing might give Asian investors a home time zone proxy for the bullion. Access to Zijin's operating muscle and the merger and acquisition pipeline can also help accelerate portfolio upgrades, which might build onto the bull case for Zijin Gold International. But then again, you got to take note of some of the other factors, like the fact that gold prices might affect its earnings and its bottom line growth. After all, if bullion corrects into or after pricing, miners get hit twice. So jurisdictional and ESG exposure, as well as the, valuation discipline, might be some of the other factors to look out for as well when you're looking at this stock. But having considered all the factors of Zijin Gold International and seeing that its future might remain bright as of now, I'm going to give it a hard.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. No, it's all shiny and bright for gold and gold miners. But I'm not such a big risk taker because, like you pointed out, there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to gold miners. Looking at past articles about what's been going on, especially with China's Zijin Colombia mine. And earlier this year, there was actually an attack by some folks, an armed group, which triggered a pause to operations. And then you also have stories about illegal mining, which, saps the production. So it has a lot of risk factors when it comes to production. So it's not a pure play per se into gold. You've got to figure out, if you have the appetite for all these risks.
Yeah, that's a good point you raised right there, Ryan. Thanks a lot for that. 88550893. Tell us whether you think it's a hard or not. Okay, Ryan, some fun facts about gold. Did you know that there are around 10 billion tons of gold dissolved in the world's oceans?
Wow.
So it exists in small but substantial quantities in simple seawater, and if you could filter it out efficiently enough, you could recover over 20 tons of gold from a cube of seawater 1 mile to the other end.
Wow, we'll get there one day.
One day. So if you pull a muscle digging for gold, you could technically say that it was just a minor injury.
What?
What kind of jewelry do rabbits wear?
A carrot hat?
Close. 14 karat gold.
Okay.
And that's all we have for Zijin Gold International.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.